Hey everybody, welcome to DocSports.com. Joe's versus Pros. It's a new segment. We're going to have a new video each and every week throughout the rest of the NFL season.
Just pulling rabbits out of the hat for you folks. Come on, more information for you to disseminate.
Tony George with the bunnies. As far as I'm concerned, I'm Scott Spreitzer still to this day. But anyway, we're going to talk about the Joe's versus Pros here, the betting update midweek for you in just a second. Hey, don't forget about the free $60 account over at DocSports.com. Click on the link below the video. Get set up for a free $60 account. You can use that on any daily package, any of the guys on the roster over at DocSports.com. It is as simple as that.
Back with a pure profit guarantee.
That's right, the DocSports.com.
We'll give you free money and then we'll guarantee it.
Absolutely.
Hell, I'm going over there and get off this video.
I was going to buy your picks, but I was hoping to get them free.
Well, you got a big 8 unit this weekend.
I do.
There you go.
Sounded like
college
a
football
there for a second, the Big Ten.
If you don't give it to me for free, I'm going to beat you in a parking lot when we're done here.
I've had that happen before. Anyway, Joe's versus Pros, guys. This is what a segment where we're going to tell you where, midweek in the NFL, where the public's betting, where the sharps are betting, when they're opposite. And that does happen 3 or 4 times every NFL week. And in this one, as of midweek, we've got the Oakland Raiders traveling and taking on the New York Jets. And right now, the Oakland Raiders are laying 2.5 to 3 points. And the Oakland Raiders, a big public side right now. Those Las Vegas Raiders.
Easy money, lay it.
It's a
mortal walk. It's a walk of the millennium.
62% of the tickets are on the Oakland Raiders. This is a public team, no doubt about it. This week,
did they not barely beat the Cincinnati Bengals 17-10 last week?
Hey man, they're still they're putting pressure. My Vegas Raiders, my Sin City Raiders, on your Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, well, we're going to have this argument next year once his boys get to town.
Absolutely. There might be a ticket on the line or something like that for games.
There definitely will be. I already owe you steak and a beer.
I haven't forgotten. I just
all right.
Biding my time here.
Yeah.
Anyway, over 60% of the tickets are on the Oakland Raiders in this one. Over 70% of the money, other side, on those New York Jets plus the points. So it's a big Pros versus Joes game this week. The Jets are the sharps. The Oakland Raiders are the public. I don't know, Tony. I'm looking at that, and again, you don't always want to jump on this just because you hear Pros are one side.
Right.
The public hits half their plays for the most part. But again, it is a good gauge as to where the line might go throughout the course of the week.
Right, it is, and I think if you're still going to see a ton of Raider, especially out here. There's a lot of Raider bias in Las Vegas, which does push some of the national headlines. It does push some of the lines, even at FanDuel back east and everything else. They want to keep up with the Joneses here. But I will tell you one thing. Since Darnold's return, the Jets have played a better brand of football. Mm-hmm. They've won 2 in a row. Now, they beat Washington and, a couple of bottom feeders here. But at the end of the day, the noose is getting a little tighter around Oakland's neck now. Because San Diego now is officially out of the AFC West
race. So
is
the LA Chargers, not just San Diego.
Oh, LA, San Diego. I'm old school. That name needs to go away like Phillip Rivers does. But at the end of the day, it's right now, it is, for the most part, it's Kansas City and Oakland. Yeah. And that makes things a little bit more, a sense of urgency, and teams a little bit tighter. And right now, the way that I'm seeing the Jets play, Scott, reckless abandon. They've got 2 wins on the year, and they're trying everything. Yep. And that's always a dangerous team.
It absolutely is. I'm going to give you one thing to remember, and I've talked about this already. I don't think we've talked about this on videos this year. You're going to hear a lot about, West Coast team playing on the East Coast. Biggest myth in the world of sports betting by far. Myself and another guy who has a database that goes back to 1980, we went back and looked it up. West Coast teams, in fact, going back to 1990, we'll make it even sooner, but West Coast teams are actually about 53% against the spread when playing on the East Coast. It doesn't matter if it's a 10 a.m. Pacific game, a 1 p.m. Pacific game, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, they are 53%.
You're sure that's not NBA?
Yeah.
Because everybody in the West is better than everybody in the East?
Oh, man. I mean,
you sure it's not NBA?
Isn't it the biggest myth you've ever heard of?
That is,
crazy.
It's true, though.
And people still say it to this day, West Coast on the East Coast. You got to go to the East Coast team. It's a myth, guys. And we're talking over 700-800 plays that we went back and researched, and the West Coast team's actually 53% against the spread. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But again, sharps on the Jets, public on the Raiders. He's Tony George. I'm Scott Spreitzer. We are DocSports.com.